Hi, this is Emma Hemming-Willis.
And I'm Helen Christoni.
Welcome to our Make Time podcast. We are two women on a mission to uncover the secrets of making time for everything.
From work and relationships to our brain, body, and beauty, we'll explore it all and share it with all of you.
We interview experts so we can discover more practical tips to make time so we have more time for our family, friends, and ourselves.
So join us as we chat with incredible guests who share their expertise on all the ways we can learn to make time, especially for you.
Okay, it's time to make time. Alle Fister began her career as an initial employee at the women's online retailer Shopbop. Fister was in-house for several years, heading their communications, growing the business through a blend of traditional public relations efforts while appearing on hundreds of television segments, teaching consumers the value and utility of shopping online. As Shopbop was acquired by Amazon, Alle went on to found her own communications consultancy with her former employer as her first client. Over the past 16 years, Alle has led her team at Bollare to manage communications and collaboration strategy for brands including Amore Pacific, Afterpay, Barbie, Disney, Gilt Groupe, Timberland, and Vans, just to name a few. Alle is also a founding member of I Am a Voter, an organization focused on the positive positioning of civic engagement, with an underlining thesis of democracy works best when we all participate. Personally, Alle is a wife and mom of 3 kids. So let's make time for Alle Fister.
Hi, Alle. Thank you so much for joining our Make Time podcast today. I am so excited to have you on.
I know Helen's been so amped up about this, which has got me amped up, but I'm so excited to have you on as well, Alle.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate you guys making time for me.
So, Alle, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do at Bollare.
Yeah, so it still blows my mind. Bollare will celebrate 17 years this February because I feel like I have not aged a day. But the journey in starting it is I was one of the original team members of Shopbop, which is a women's online retailer, kind of back before it was cool to shop online. And so it was a tiny business. I was responsible for our photo studio and really getting the word out about what Shopbop was and why people should come to it. So, I helped us set up collaborations and partnerships, handle our PR, think about different ways to audience expand really was the net of it. And, it was very successful for a lot of different verticals. One was a nice halo around what I had done. And so we were acquired by Amazon. And in that transition, I said, well, how about I start my own consulting firm? And you guys are the first client. And happily they agreed. And we worked together for about a decade post. And from there, I've gone on to have the honor of working with incredible businesses, ranging from entertainment like Barbie, NBC Universal, Disney, to the best in fashion, accessories, lifestyle, and some really special projects over the years that I think not only talk about product and brand, but also purpose, which is really such a lovely conduit to what you guys are doing and why I'm so honored to get to speak with you this afternoon.
So a couple things is Emma is like a Shopbop addict. She loves...
This is Shopbop.
I love to hear it.
And I have been a reoccurring client with Alle and Bollare over the last, probably decade on several different brands. So super excited to have you on. Really great friend of mine and just a great colleague in general. What I think I'd love to hear from you today is if you're a woman and you want to make time to start a new business or project, how do you suggest someone goes about it? How do you just make time to start something new?
It's such a great question. And I think that so much of it is identifying your purpose, your why. Why am I doing this? Because if you're really clear about your why, then your how and your when and your where will start to fall in because that'll be your Northern Star. You wouldn't just get in your car and start driving somewhere, right? You're like, okay, I know I'm going to drive from Los Angeles to San Francisco. So then it allows me to know, okay, these are going to be all the different decisions I make to help me get to San Francisco. So I think sometimes people get excited about this notion, I should start something, I should do something, I should. but maybe taking a second to step back and being like, why do I want to do this? And what's my destination? So I can make all those micro decisions to help me ultimately get there.
Really great advice, because there's so much pressure today on all the things that people think that you should be doing, but really kind of like defining why it is you're doing what you're doing, I think is really, really important and super sound advice. So, someone sitting down, they want to start something like philanthropic, or they want to start a new entrepreneurial venture. What are 3 tips that you think would help them make time for it?
The first thing is decide just kind of like this who, what, when, where, why, how, things that you had in school. So I would start with my why. Why am I doing this? Because times will get tough. You'll have all the different pools of life, friends, family, other work obligations. They'll kind of deviate you from like, okay, why am I doing this? And then break it down. I think sometimes when people, especially with social media, they see, oh my gosh, someone started something and now they're in all these stores or they have all these clients. Well, like, to be really realistic with yourself on the when and the how, it probably took them years to do it. I think I just said, I've been doing this for 17 years. If you allow yourself the opportunity to unpack and decide that amazing things happen with time and persistence, I think that gives you a nice little bit of, and then to start to break it down for yourself. Okay. So like, for example, if you wouldn't just decide you're going to go from LA to San Francisco overnight, you're going to make stops along the way. So just start to like break it down into really tactical, bite-sized things you can cross off your list. I love writing to-do lists. More than anything, I love going like this, crossed it off. So that it doesn't become this like heaviness on you. Like, I can only get in there if I can make time to do the full project. It's little bite-sized things are what shape an opportunity, I would say.
Attention, all busy women. Let me introduce you to Make Time Wellness, the wellness brand that's here to make your life a little easier. Say goodbye to the hassle of multiple pills. We have crafted delicious drink mixes that are packed with brain-boosting, body-nurturing, and beauty-enhancing ingredients. Make Time supplements are the perfect addition to your daily routine. We have loaded them with key essential ingredients like MCTs, omegas, biotin, multivitamins, and curcumin. You will feel the difference in no time. Ready to give it a try? Head over to maketimewellness.com/podcast20 and you will get 20% off your first order. Make your brain, body, and beauty a priority today with Make Time Wellness.
Yeah. And I think also, you were talking about, who, what, when, where. I think that's so important to kind of like identify before you jump off a cliff in a new venture, right? Like, and kind of like what that dream looks like to you. I always say you have to dream it to be it. Like, what does the dream look like? And writing all those things down to just make sure that you have a vision of where you want to go and how you want to get there.
Yeah, to hold yourself accountable for it. Because I think you can so easily get lost in the everyday, the pool of, oh, I heard this feedback or this I should be doing or whatnot. If you have it written down, like, okay, here's where I'm going. This is what I'm trying to achieve. And it's written down and you can hold yourself accountable or hold yourself inspired, whatever definition of the word you want to say. It really is empowering.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, everybody's why is different, right? Like, some people want to put a message out there. Some people want to put a great product out there. Some people just want to make money. I mean, everybody has a different why. So you can't compare your why to other people's whys.
Your why and your timeline. I think those things are so easy to do, especially with social. You can feel this sense of everyone's, sharing their highlight reel and everyone's sharing it in an abbreviated 15-second form. So I think that sometimes that can deviate us from our why and our goal and our own compliment we should give ourselves for putting ourselves out there and trying something.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Sometimes it's better just to like stay off social, keep focused on your road that you're on, and just like help yourself stay on track.
Allie, I know you're so busy. You have Bollare, you have I'm a Voter, you're a mama, you've got all kinds of things going on. I'd love to hear, what are you not making time for that you need to, that you're going to commit to make more time for?
Oh my gosh, how much time do you have? There's so many things. And at the end of each day, I find myself thinking of all things I didn't make time for versus the things I did. You know, I was a college athlete and I love being athletic and I love being outdoors. And we spend a lot of time in Aspen. We spend a lot of time in Hawaii. And there I find it like so easy to just like naturally be outdoors. And when I'm in Los Angeles, I find it harder to make time to be outside and to be active. I find myself getting into this routine where it's like you have to book one of these workout classes that fills up in 5 seconds if you're not on the app. And it's like, no, you can just make time to walk to the beautiful beach that's down the street or enjoy the beautiful palm trees growing all around us. But I need to make more time just to be outside and be active in LA because, man, I just feel so much better when I do.
That's so funny that you say that because we have a place in Idaho. And when I'm in Idaho, I make so much time to be outdoors, getting on a hike, going for a bike ride. And then in Los Angeles, it's so that like I am glued to my chair, so hard to get out, even for a walk. I don't know what that energy is, but that's got to shift for sure.
One thing I do is I book like a half an hour break in between all my Zoom meetings because I think being locked to the chair has been such a kind of reoccurring theme. And so I book kind of like a 30-minute go outside and breathe break for myself, or I won't. Like I'll be in my chair from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and I'll sit there all day. And I think making that time is so, so important.
I'm going to try that tomorrow. I love that. It's so funny, especially in the Zoom culture. You know, you just take every little slot in the calendar and then all of a sudden the sun has come up and down and you're still sedentary, which is not how to be.
I know that you started something called I'm a Voter. And so I'd love for you to just share with people what I'm a Voter is, because I'm so proud of you for doing this. I think it's so important. So can you share a little bit with our listeners about I'm a Voter, your why, and how's it going?
Thank you so much for asking. I'm a Voter is a group of women who came together, rooted with our friend Mandana Dayani, who all kind of work in this entertainment marketing space. And we're like, gosh, we have so much opportunity and intel and possibility with how to reach people about, you know, buying the coolest sneaker or knowing what the hottest new movie is to go see. But what's so important in life is to be civically engaged and to help shape the world that you and I all want to live in. And like you said, for every single one of us, it's different. But if we don't participate, we can't see our difference in action. And so we came together, we started I'm a Voter. And I have to say, it's been one of the most rewarding and prideful things that I have been a part of because it's a group of people who are just all committed to helping to inspire and helping to get people motivated and active in their communities. And the things that we've been able to achieve, from the Friends cast coming together to do a PSA for us, to last Halloween, we had the cast of Hocus Pocus do the same, to collaborations with some of the coolest brands. We have seen Hillary and Bill Clinton wearing our pin, Kamala Harris referring to I am a Voter. And these are all people who don't have any background in politics. We just are a group of people who are committed to taking the knowledge that we have and seeing how we can do something to hopefully make the world a little bit more of an engaged place. So it's been a real joy.
How do people get signed up now? Like today, like where would they go?
Yeah. So if you go to imavoter.com, we have a website where you can get anything from merch to help inspire people and post on social to info and stats and little graphics you can share on social. We're really digitally rooted and really digitally native because we believe in meeting our audience where they are, which is probably right here on your phone. And coming up is Register a Friend Day. We find that people are exponentially more likely to vote if they are encouraged by a friend. So in a few weeks here, you'll see all of our efforts around Register a Friend Day, which is hashtag RAFD. And we've got some fun, I think, pretty inspiring folks and brands who are also going to engage to help spread that word as well.
It's been so great to watch that blossom and watch all the work that's gone into it and see I'm a Voter evolve over the last several years. It's been great to kind of watch it come about. So Allie, any final things that you'd like to share with our Make Time listeners today?
Well, I really want to say thank you to you guys for making time to create a brand that is rooted in mission and purpose and opens conversations in ways that are fun and engaging and educational. I think that we make time, like we said, for so many things in life. Maybe it's not for civic engagement. Maybe it's not for health and wellness. And making time for the space to open those communications and conversations, I think is endlessly inspiring. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Allie.
Thank you. So great talking for you. And thank you so much for just coming and sharing with us. You know, you're such a good friend of mine. I'm such a fan. And everybody, please check out Allie over there at Bollare.com too. She's got an amazing communication firm. Allie, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope that listening to our podcast has empowered you to make more time for yourself. So please remember to subscribe and share with a friend who could also use a healthy reminder on the importance of making time.
Make sure to tune in as we will continue to have incredible guests that will share their Make Time tips on our upcoming episodes. Come say hi to us over on @MakeTimePod on social media or visit us at MakeTimeWellness.com.
Until next time, make time.